Hey, today I'm going to be showing you some unique upper body exercises on the Smith machine. And when it comes to training on the Smith machine, people often do things like overhead presses and chest presses. And today I'm going to show you some variations on those, but I'm also going to show you a couple of unique exercises that you may not have seen before. Before we get into it, I wanted to remind you that I have some awesome online training programs. If you want some help with your training, I'll link to them in the description of this video, and you can pop over to my website, femalefitnesssystems.com, and check them out after watching. Feel free to message me if you have any questions. Now, it's a really hot day here, so hopefully I'm not too sweaty by the end of this video, but let's get into it. The first exercise I'm going to show you today is a type of pull-up. What you're seeing here now on the screen is an easier and more common way of sort of doing pull-ups on the Smith machine. This is the inverted row, or also sometimes called the supine row. Now, if you struggle with these, then you're probably not going to be able to do the exercise that I'm going to show you today. But if you're stronger, you can do what I call assisted pull-ups on the Smith machine. So you're going to see me using my wraps for these exercises. I use these for most pulling exercises because they help with your grip, and I find I can usually do a couple extra reps when I use them, as opposed to just trying to use my hands without any help from the wraps. To do these assisted pull-ups, you need a bench out in front of you, and then you grab the bar wide like you would if you were doing a pull-up, and you put your feet up on the bench and let your hips hang directly underneath you. And then you try to do pull-ups. So the reason I like these is because they're not as hard as regular pull-ups if you were hanging from a bar, but they're still very challenging. So they're a good in-between if you're trying to build up your strength for pull-ups, but you want something a little bit harder than the inverted row. The next exercise I'm going to show you is a variation on a regular overhead press on the Smith machine. This is a one-arm press, and these are really difficult, so you're going to need less weight or possibly even no weight. A lot of ladies just use the bar when they're doing the one-arm press and find that hard enough. To do this exercise, you sit sideways on a bench, unlatch the bar fully, and then do overhead presses with one arm, and then you turn around and you do the other side. And then a little tip on these, it helps to use your free hand to brace yourself on the bench. Whenever you can brace yourself, it makes you stronger in the exercise. So this one-arm press is definitely one of my favorite upper body exercises on the Smith machine. So if you're looking for something a little bit different, give it a try. Next, I'm going to show you a close grip press. This is a variation on a regular chest press that is especially good for women. The close grip press targets the triceps, which is what most women want when they're training. They don't want a big muscular chest, they want to tone up the arms. So that's why I like this version. Now, it's more difficult than a regular chest press, so again, you're going to need less weight than you would if you were doing a regular chest press. And you can use a flat or an incline bench, and then you put your arms closer together than you would with a regular chest press. And the most important thing is that you keep your elbows tucked in while you're pressing. So as you're coming up and down, you want your elbows grazing your rib cage. It's really common to cheat when you're doing these and to flare your elbows out, especially at the point where you go to push back up. So you have to use light enough weight that you can keep your elbows tucked in. Because if you're not keeping your elbows tucked in, then you're not going to be hitting your triceps as hard as you want to be. So those are some unique upper body exercises you can try the next time you're on the Smith machine. Remember, if you want some help with your training, to check out my online programs. You'll find a link to them in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.